Welcome back to the Off-Grid with the Udens. It's time to look inside our new house in Bulgaria.
Hey everyone, it's Phil and Kaylee again, back with our next video, this time giving you a tour of our house.
And to start off with, we thought we'd give you a bit of a bird's eye view sketch of just the layout of the house. You'll be able to see that it's got 3 main rooms, a hallway, a lean-to and a summer kitchen.
Well, the lean-to is actually the old summer kitchen, not the lean-to. It's the old summer kitchen before the new one was built.
Okay, well, let's go inside, shall we?
All right. So, looking in here, this is our porch and the first view of the property. And
that window there
right, sorry.
is how we had to access the property.
It is, yeah, we had to climb through that window because there was no keys with it. I also put this little clip in here to show you this is the electric meter. So the mains comes in here at the top, and that's the main fuse before the meter, and then the 3 outlets. Kaylee is using the key.
Yeah, using the big key to get in. I love how you always do the most flattering of angles in filming.
Well, that's what you wanted, wasn't
It's
it?
like 4 different chins there.
You love it.
Anyway, in we go. Isn't it beautiful?
This is a bit of a project, do you reckon?
We were so lucky because absolutely everything you can see, all of those little gems there, were included in the sale.
The saying was it was included whether we wanted it or not. So there it all is. Lovely TV there, though. Who fancies that TV? All jokes aside, this is one of our biggest worries in the house here. A wooden beam that's clearly giving way under the strain of the concrete roof that you can see the addition of there. A bit of a worry, really.
Yeah. But the floors are really nice. This bedroom is directly above the cellar. Although you did a really good description when we were walking around, didn't you? You said it was exactly like Wookie Hole Caves.
Yeah, it literally feels like Wookie Hole Caves. If you don't know what that is, it's some caves down in Somerset, I think. Somerset. And the caves like really dark and dank and horrible and cold and musty is the way to describe it.
This room is at the front of the property and it's the larger of the 3 bedrooms, I suppose.
I think this was room 3 on the drawings on that plan. And it is the largest of all the rooms. I think they're 5 metres by 5 metres with big 3 metre high ceilings.
And there's a step down into this one, isn't there?
Yeah, which is a bit odd. I think they're concrete floors in here, so they might have been an afterthought. But we did find out that the house was built 85 years ago by the Cellar's great-granddad.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And at one point, there were at least 4 different generations living in this building, not including the summer kitchen, because that wasn't built then.
And this is room 2, which is by far and away the worst room.
The piece de resistance. What do you say?
Yeah,
piece
you got
de
it.
resistance.
Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. We'll leave that in, shall we? Yeah, here, guys, you can see there's a hole in the ceiling there, and I think in a second I'll show you up through that hole, and you can clearly see daylight through there, which obviously is not a good sign when it's raining. Hence the hole, I think you'll find.
Yeah, and this one's brick flooring.
Yeah, this has got brick flooring on original earth floors underneath.
It's beautiful. It gets some air in. Look at that.
Yeah, ventilated.
Ventilated, that was it. You did have a sneak up there and have a look, didn't you?
I did have a look up there, actually, and outside of that hole and the hole in the roof, it's actually surprisingly good condition up there.
There were a few dead hedgehogs.
Yeah, dead hedgehog in the loft.
I don't even know
What's
how
that
they
about?
got up there.
Weird. Locked.
No way.
Yeah. Do you want to see this key? You're filming.
Yeah.
This key, look, is literally a slab of metal welded onto a bit of
It's
bar
amazing.
and then filed down.
Do they all work?
No, just that really rusty one. And probably that one too. No, because the groove...
What about the inside door?
the inside door. Oh, it has got a barrel lock on it too.
Yeah. And the bedrooms have got barrel locks on.
Yay! It looks that too.
Amazing.
That is crazy. Crazy.
Okay.
That was a reference to a video from what? Maybe very early 2000s. If you know. We're gonna go go-karting. Crazy. He did not look happy. And if you don't know what that video is, put into YouTube, what would it be? Maybe go-karting tractor. I'd say maybe put into YouTube go-karting tractor and look for the oldest, grainiest footage you can find. It's a lad with a baseball cap on, and it is probably one of the best videos on the internet. I just want to jump in here quickly and say two things. One, we did get keys with the house, but only after the sale had completed. So technically we didn't need bolt croppers, we could have climbed through the window. But if you notice, Kaylee had broken her ankle and was walking around on crutches, which is why we had to open the door, hence the persuaders and the manly key of a pair of bolt croppers. Second of all is I've put the link to the Tractor Boy video that I was talking about there in the description. Check it out. It is way worse than I remember it being, but back in the day it was hilarious and you might find it funny too. Well, after all that, we'll come outside to the left of the stairs and come under into the cellar. And this is, well, in a mess, let's put it that way. It's well below ground level. Ground level's not far off of the floor there, the ceiling in here, which is obviously the floor of the green room upstairs. And yeah, it's very, very damp in here, very wet, and yeah, very rotten too. I also think it's important to point out at this point that clearly, as you've seen in the previous videos and this video, that Bulgarian building styles are nothing like the UK, and it's important to remember that if you look at it with the UK standards kind of head on, none of this makes any sense and it all looks awful. But actually these buildings have been standing for a very long time, and probably actually with very little movement. A lot of it is reliant upon maintenance. Here is an exact example of that, where this is used to hold the render, to key the render into the mud bricks here as probably as a repair. And if it isn't, the render just falls off literally like that. A lot of the reason this house is in the state it's in is purely down to a lack of maintenance. We know it hasn't been lived in for 10 years, and it probably hasn't had any decent maintenance for 20.
So this is what probably used to be the main summer kitchen for the property, and then joined onto it, which we'll show you in a moment, is more of a modern concrete version. Now, summer kitchens are really popular over in Bulgaria, particularly during the summer months. They are...
Hence the summer kitchen, I suppose.
Oh yeah, well, it's a giveaway, isn't it, I suppose? I hadn't thought of that. Normally you will find like a pizza oven. Obviously, no, they don't tend to use them just for pizzas.
Yeah, they use them a lot for breads, fresh breads, and like we showed you in the last video, just here on the right you'll see what they call the original bread oven.
So the whole idea of these summer kitchens is it's just too hot to be in the main house, really. So what they do is they tend to try and keep all the cooking and everything like that outside or in shade as much as possible to avoid all the smells going into the main living area. And also the weather's really nice, so they're just trying to utilise as much space as possible.
Yeah, this is the more modern summer kitchen, which we think is just a newer version of the old one that's fallen down opposite the entrance to this. And this also contains what obviously used to be a shower room. We're guessing that that's what this was. There's certainly plumbing in the wall and a drain in the floor, so it looks like it was a shower room at one point, but hasn't seen a shower for a long time looking at it. So that concludes the tour of the house and the summer kitchens, and we want to stress at this point that the house itself is not the reason why we bought this property. The land and the barns is the reason that we bought this property, as well as the location.
Yeah, the views are unbelievable, and just the potential that we can see in it all. It
ticked the boxes, didn't it? Let's put it that way. It ticked the boxes, and we've got so much more to come. So we can't wait to bring you along for the journey.
And so to all our viewers, old and new, thanks for watching, and don't forget, like and subscribe.